Alright, so we're back with another episode of the viewer deck playing series that I'm doing. If you guys want to be part of this series, make sure to look at the description for instructions. The way that it works is if you donate $20 or more through PayPal and send me an email or a Discord message with the deck and maybe even an explanation of how you want to play it, then I'll take a look at it. I'll talk about it here for the first time, go into maybe 4 or 5 games with live commentary for reference, and give my honest opinion based on that, make some revisions, and then go back in for a couple more games. Based on the experience that I've had so far, I can't necessarily turn something that doesn't work into something that's going to be miraculously good, but it looks like we have a very solid core with a deck like this. I'm really excited about playing Bloodscent. I tried to play Portal Vampires earlier this season. I didn't have a lot of results, good ones at least. And, you know, it's nice to see a card buff, so being able to play this inside of Devotion means that the actual bleeding is going to proc on turn end, which is going to be good at not wasting bleeding. So I like that idea. I like the approach with multiple point slam options and thinning as opposed to just relying too much on bleeding and not getting that full value. So this does a good blend of that. We have hard control in the way of Lord Riptide, Toad Prince, and Parasite, as well as natural selection, which I like that we have 4 options here. I'm getting 1 thin here. We're getting potentially 2 thins here. Like, we're getting Reconstruct. We're getting a thin here. It looks promising. The only thing at a first glance that I wish we could do differently would be to have 2 Elps instead of 1 Elp, but I can't knock it until I try it. In a perfect world, maybe I'd take out Parasite, put another Elp because she just plays for so much points with Flutter, but I guess we'll see how it goes. I like Crystal Skull here to keep the Neckarats safe. I like being able to thin out with the Riders as well. The deck looks solid, and again, only one way to find out, so let's do it. Alright, first up here we got Fruits of Ysgith. I played the first game so embarrassingly that it wasn't the deck, it was me, and I decided to delete it and just go next. So that's why I'm saying first up. But it literally was my fault. I threw round 1. I'm just pretty tired today. This can go back for later. I feel like we want to actually do this to a couple cards. I have a chance to play Riders here. I think we take it. And playing her's not terrible. I think I'm just going to keep everything the way that it is right now. We're going to go from there, okay? So let's do one of these real quick. Nice, double flutter. I just want to play around Riptide when I put down the Neckarat. I don't play around Pred Dive, but I believe. I just want to have dominance too, like. Yeah, see, we got it. We got it. That would be a really good Cyclops play if you had one. Also, forgot the fruit. That's okay, I do it all the time. I got no answer to that at all, unfortunately. We're just gonna have to go wide and just make everything bleed, really. Let's do one of these now. The good thing for me is that they did this on the same row, so they're actually going to be losing 1 spot. If it carries on for a while, we can take advantage of that. I'm thinking I take the Purify. We don't get the proc the same turn, we'll get it next turn. It's just about continuing the bleeding. Just continuing the cycle here. pretty sure I have to save. We gotta save, probably the other flutter. I'll just take the riders and try to leave. I don't know, we might have to actually go and take Deadlaugh here. Unseen would be a good play, but I do have a lot of bleeding out as well. But Unseen is like, it's kind of a commitment, you know? I feel like I'm more comfortable playing Deadlaugh. That Parasite would have been so great. I don't take this out because then it gives them more room. I guess I'm Amuna playing here, aren't I? No, because it plays for 2 little points. Should have thought of that one, honestly. I lost a little bit of bleeding value here from taking Nekarat. We lost 2 points. I don't think it's like detrimental or anything, but it definitely makes a difference. Problem is, if I go try to trade my Mamuna for theirs kind of thing, theirs is going to be bigger. This has to go back for now. This probably fails in this matchup. They don't have the Griffin play, though, and they have 2 of these engraved, so they're going to have to pull a Necker Warrior, which is not ideal. And they're out here ghouling, so... I don't know. Maybe I can afford to go a bit harder. I think it might actually be worth just passing because of the spend. Riptide here would be pretty good too. Of course we get it. Oh, it's a 9. I was looking at the 7, man. I gotta go to bed. That's so embarrassing, holy. At least they lose that. I get card back. I'm just gonna count my blessings here. I still have like a lot that we can win with. I do think, though, after this game, I'm just going to go to bed and do the rest of this in the morning so we can do it better. Toad might not be good. More of it is not guaranteed. What do I do? Oh my god. Okay, perfect way to end the night. I think I could actually win this. The problem is they have at least one Tall Punish, right? I'm pretty sure my deck has Erendite. It's the same so far. They're gonna take Pred Dive on this, but at least I get Bleeding Out. Hard to say if it would have been worth it to rip that leader charge there, to be honest with you. I don't have that many vampires, you know, so the value's not really that good. I can make it weird for them. Here. See if they can waste a card. I mean, it's probably just going to be a Cyclops on the range row or something. Nah, because they've played that, so... You could have just had the Thrive points. Erendite plus one more. What is it? Okay. So arrow last say. I mean, we're not going to get the value anyways, so let's just do it that way. We win the game. Yeah, it's at 11. I kept pace fairly well here, right? Alright, next up here we got Call of Harmony Scoia'tael. It's a brand new day. I had to go to bed after the last video, or last game. Woke up, got my beard trimmed, came back home, we're recording, I'm feeling pretty good, so let's get it done. I have one of each from Amuna. I feel like this is just better. Could play this later. It's nice to have her. Purify could get rid of Harmony Infusion. This can get rid of a Chameleon. I do have a Purify here, but it's better to go with this way. It's not a bad hand, honestly. I think one of the worst things you could do before doing like an hour of commentary is eating a huge lunch, and that's kind of where I'm at right now, so... I'm so bloated. A big old bowl of pasta, you know? So you go down with Saskia, and then the fledglings here, I mean... I don't have to worry too much about Catwitcher yet, because he'll come, but then he'll go back to the range row, so let's get Bleeding Wide if we can. I'll probably have to play into one Flutter here. I do have a Purify if they have the Poison package, so... So they're going pretty well movement with it. It's not a bad idea to just do it like this, because then we can get rid of that soon. It'll die shortly. There's the Chameleon. I feel like this is just one of those things we have to kill. If we can get the other one to thin out, we're doing pretty well. Okay. Quite honestly here, I think we have to pass on that. We're down by 20. They have 2 bleeding. They get 1 plus here. Then Saskia brings out something else. So yeah, it's going to have to be a pass. We got some pretty good carryover though on the Regis in this round. I just need to have stuff like the Imlerith combo so that we can bleed or defend one. I think I have to do better than the Riders play. And better than that. I actually ruined it. Maybe I just do Flutter off Mamuna. It's a lot of gold cards at the bottom of the deck, man. And the fact that our tutor's there too is kind of bad. Yeah, they're just gonna swing. I got nothing. I guess. Trickster, that's terrible for me.
My pointy-eared clumsiness at it again.
I'm gonna put this down just so we can get it out of the way, but then we have to take Flutter here. This is really bad. I think we get 2 out here. Yeah. Yeah. We're down by 32 points in 1 card. They probably have another 2 poison, but I think it makes sense to try here. I think even if they pass, I'm playing the whole hand, right? Okay. Well, there's a chance we get Unseen Elder, which is massive. I guess I'm just going to go for this then. It's a 50% chance. So they do have that poison. We miss it. This positioning is terrible on my behalf. Like, I can nitpick the play and just say this should have gone to the left. But at the same time, it does not actually matter at all. Like, it's just so over that it doesn't matter. Sure. At least try to make the Riptide do something. It won't, but yeah, it's too late. It's probably the worst hit we can get to on that. So we lost by about 40 points. I actually don't feel too bad about the last game here. We got Scoia'tael, Nature's Gift coming up here next. It's hard to defend a bleed against Harmony if they pull everything, right? They thinned out so well with Saskia. And even so, even if I had the perfect hand, I think it would just still be difficult to keep up with. The poison doesn't help. So both of these... I mean, just in case one gets the rebuke. One of these early is not bad. This is good for like an Aquin. The Toad Prince might actually get some value in this matchup. This is not a good right now thing, but it's probably something we hold on to. This Purify could be valuable against like a high vitality stack. Let's just keep it the way it is. I think Unseen Elder in a long round would be crazy. Like a long round 3 if we can get there. I mean, you're kind of wanting me to take a Toad Prince here, really. Even though it's not bleeding, it just kind of makes sense. Depending on how they play in here, I might actually try to save the Neckarats and just take the Alp, boost the Alp, and get bleeding that way for Regis, and then play the Riders. I'm going to save this for the Hamadryad, I think. Let's just go and take... To me, it just doesn't look like you're swinging yet, but it doesn't mean you won't, you know? We'll just do it. Why not? We'll take the Riders here, put more bleeding, we should be okay. Sure. Okay. I don't think we committed a whole lot for the first round beyond Toad Prince, right? So that was pretty good. Let's try to bleed this round with Unseen Elder. That's really good. It's not really a solid choice, though. It's fine. We'll take the Imlerith first. That's not bad, actually. Here comes the Aquan. It's a really good parasite trade. Oh my gosh. I want to do this just so I can get more Regis value. What's nice is that I do have a Purify, so that if they do lock this, I can actually just fix it up, so we're doing alright. I'm just wondering if I want to take Nekarat first. Oh, nice that you're wasting a Rebuke here. Okay. I think it is Nekarat first, just because we're overkilling stuff. Okay, at least we have targets now and all the Rebuke stuff's gone. Let's go for it. Massive. Wait, what?
Sure, no problem.
Cannot make this up, bro.
Nothing rivals skinning you. Their hair, so silky.
I was not thinking non-devotion.
Why Destiny won't let us talk to strangers?
It's only Sim 1 on that, so we still stay ahead. Yeah. It's gonna have to be. Esco, but they have Dryads, they have Treants. I guess if it's anything beyond that, and maybe Elf. Because they probably have Simless, right? You would definitely be running Equinox in this deck. Oh. It's actually cool that we got Gord here. Draws are good, except for this. Give me... There we go. There you go. I just missed Riptide.
Come to me, little
They did play 2 Rebukes plus, didn't they? I want to try to save these for the same time. I thought they... Wait. There's 2 here now? Where did the other one come from? Because Forest Protector played the Rebuke, so it should make it banish. That is weird. Am I missing something?
Only one with no sense would trust the word of another.
This is kind of scary, not gonna lie.
Your deepest, darkest dreams, I can make them real.
Gezra's too.
We didn't take the mutation process.
I think we're better just... Well, we do 3 turns instead, and then we just have 1 less on the row. We have a lot of points left. I think the last 2 cards are going to be bronzes, right? Yeah.
'Tis my tree. I was born, and I shall die with it.
Doesn't really matter what we target. Actually, it's probably better to do that, and then it'll die soon. Ish. This looks like a win. Especially because they were taunting, it feels pretty good. There we go. Alright, next victim. I mean, own it. You got Blaze of Glory, it's probably going to be the Skellige mid-range Renfree type of deck. I don't think a lot of people are doing the Iced right now. I think we do better against Iced, personally, but... Okay, we'll just keep 1 of each for now. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of value off the natural selection, to be honest. Called it. Well, actually, I didn't call it. It's probably Iced. Called it wrong. Do we? Yeah, we do. Having those both in hand is pretty sweet. Should I just like leader by any means here to stay ahead? I'm starting to think that's kind of the way. Because this matchup's all about value bleeding them, right? Just getting round 1-1, wasting their leader round 2, so... Actually doesn't feel that bad. I'm kind of wasting on bleeding here if I keep going. Unless I do one of these. Which is clutch. That's huge. No shot. I got to save a leader. What's nice is that Riptide will actually handle tier nicely. Toad Prince probably gets no value in this matchup at all, but we might still try. We'll do one of these. I finally got them beside each other, so now we get to watch them both tick. What am I taking at 4? There's not a whole lot in this deck.
Bury corpses? Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still live.
That's a tough one, man. They would just take Blood Eagle off of this. Kill it before I can use the order. Am I ever just taking these? Seagulls, gotcha. We gotta make sure those come back this round. Okay. I think we gotta get some bleeding on the board here. There we go. Couple missed turns of bleeding, right? It would be nice if the numbers were the same the whole game. At least we got it to stick. I'm probably getting rid of the seagull so that we can get it out again and there's less carryover. I need... There we go. Sweet interaction. We know it's coming. Top deck, boom. Do I ever bait out with Unseen Elder? I have to get the leader.
Blood for foul blood! Burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny!
I hope they use it. Nice. He's not good in a long round, so like a short round 3, so we're better to kind of use him now in like a short mid. Here. Gunning Slash will kill him. Nice. Pretty good Riptide here, though. Let's just take one of these. I think we take Toad and we kind of screw off for the rest. That's a lot of points to just, you know, play if we can't 2-0. It's not looking like a 2-0. I do get card advantage if I don't play, but I also have a really good Toad Prince. Wasted Blood Moon. How do I prolong this a bit? Do they use leader? I mean... that's 2 great swords, so I don't think I have to worry as much. That's probably where I leave. They're going to put a greatsword back in hand with the tier. This can go. Amuna's stuck. It's a lot of points, man. The fact that we thinned down to 6 and we still missed. Like everything. And we couldn't get the seagulls out. Do you think they have Fucusia as well? $12, Blood Eagle, bunch of 7s. I have to use like my discretion here. If I actually just kill it, they have Bran. I don't think they have Fucusia, but I don't think I want to risk it either.
Bow before modern friend.
Would have been a lot of points.
Stench of beer. I knows it well.
Let's do that.
Your blood smells sweet.
I think their leader sucks, but they're gonna have a huge point slam at the end. Just gonna be one of these, right?
A fitting gift for our king.
It's not looking good. If we deal damage, then we won't get hit as hard. So I'm just gonna go here. It's kind of a sad Bren. So they played both of those and both of those. I don't think they're also keeping Yuta. I think it's just gonna be something low. It's not Fucusia either. They would have played that already. Oh yeah, it's that. They got no units left. That's surprising. Okay, we got Pirates Cove here. Probably the last game. Things are going pretty well so far. This will get eaten up by Junior, unfortunately, but we might be able to bait it out early by a Flutter. I don't think I have to worry too much about Feast, except it will get rid of an Infusion. This can go for now. I need more bleeding. There we go. I could always do that point slam stuff towards the end, you know? That is 2 tags. It's not a bad toad, actually. Get rid of 2 tags. We slow their roll quite a bit.
Map's upside down again.
I don't want to use leader. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just try to take it a little slower than that. Because if I go Detlaf, double Flutter, I don't have to go tall later. I could play around poison. Usually this deck has poison stuff. At least like the Fist Tech plus the Trafficker stack, you know? Just for the Blind Eye tag. That's what I want to get rid of here. I think she's worth using a parasite. I'm gonna hold her order. Get more points off the flutter. So we got one of the little birds out of the way, which is massive for us here. They're probably looking to kill this. No? That's not bad. Fine. Do they have boat? No boat. Okay. We win the round actually by answering this. Okay, this is pretty good, but I need a target for him. It feels kind of bad getting rid of it now. It's her that goes. Okay, even worse. That's alright, man. Float this, play this. If they take Junior here, this will stick. And this will stick. Of course you get a Jackal. Okay. All right. Just get some hits there, reduce the cooldown. Oh, they used Jackal. Okay, I thought they clicked this to get the Jackal real quick. I wasn't paying attention. It just spawned right beside it. I was like, oh damn. Good for you. Okay. Well, I'm going to take advantage of the situation here and go in for the Detlef play. Can't actually do anything about it. If I would have kept Queen of the Night, it would have been fine. Here's what we do.
That one, he venerates not the fire.
There's a small possibility that I actually do pull a Purify, but it's like a 50-50, and I don't want to play any of the other stuff that the options are, so kind of stuck. That's gonna hurt. Should we just do it? I gotta get Junior. There we go.
Now, ain't ya?
Let's get rid of the cut up tag here. Okay, if they don't poison out the flutter right here, then I'm probably going to pass so I could try to get some kind of card advantage going, you know? That's too much. Actually, it's fine, it's fine. So they still have Novigrad, but it's a short round 3. They still have the big collusion play, but it's going to take some effort to set up. They still have the Siggy Reuven play, which is going to be very good. They don't have the little birds, which I'm happy about. They don't have Junior. Now we just have to draw reasonable. I think they waited a little too long on that poison. Okay. I need Mamuna. We got it. We had it. Notice how I didn't put revised here. I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of need to do anything to this deck. There was one change that I made, and it came down to putting in Gales in replacement of Toad Prince, because I felt like Toad Prince was very conditional, and the fact that we're bleeding a lot of things down, as well as proccing on end of turn and applying random bleeding on end of turn with this along with Blood Moon, it was getting a little bit messy in finding the perfect Toad Prince target. I do like the ability of flipping the coin. We did get a couple good Toad Princes today, but I did find that my biggest issue is drawing cards when I wanted them, and so when Gales comes down and plays a Wild Hunt special from deck, that's great and everything, we can play Naglfar, but because we are Devotion, play a Wild Hunt card from our deck instead. This basically means I can have Naglfar, or I could have Imlerith, or worst case scenario, I could pull out one of these for the Mamuna setup if I need to. Just another way you get a thin out of the deck, because in most games, when things were working perfectly, I had 6 cards left in deck at the end of the game. I think one of the games I might have had 8 cards left in the deck. It's really important because we are top heavy to get some of this stuff rotated out. So that's kind of where I'm coming from that. You know, worst case scenario, you go Gales into Riders, and at least you're getting a double thin. I know it's a little expensive, but that's just one of the prices that you pay when you go Devotion. So I just think ideally you're going, you know, Gales into Imlerith, into one of these, into, you know, then you have this set up properly. We're getting more cards in hand so that we can get, you know, more stuff out altogether. So that's kind of the approach that I wanted to take with that. We won 4 out of 5 games. The game that we lost, I was just seriously outpointed and seriously outmatched. And, you know, there were a couple mistakes that I mentioned during that game. I didn't feel like they were actually going to make a big difference. Even if we played it spot on, it wouldn't have really mattered. So that's pretty much it. I don't think it needs really any sort of additional games in it, because, you know, why fix it if it's not broken? Even if you took out Gales and you put your Toad Prince back in, there are certain times where Toad Prince would be very effective. I was thinking that Parasite wasn't going to be all that effective, but I had a game where I played against Aquin. I took out Aquin with Parasite. That gave me huge bleeding power into round 3, and I do see the appeal of natural selection. I think natural selection sort of fills the void that Toad was looking to fill without obviously consuming their side of the board stuff. So, you know, it's killing it the same way that that would kill it, so I think we're more than fine there. And, you know, that's pretty much it. Another thing that you can consider, though, if you don't like Gales, I think we might do pretty well with something like a Nithral, because we do have Crystal Skull. We do fight for dominance, and Nithral plus the Feast of Blood, that's a really easy way to chip things down. Nithrol plus Parasite, Nithrol plus Natural Selection, I think would get more value in the grand scheme of things, you know, than just Toe Prints. So you can use your discretion for either. I felt like the biggest problem we were facing was the consistency of pulling cards. So, you know, go about it as you wish. But thanks for sending me that deck. It was actually a lot of fun. We climbed past 2450 with it. So I definitely think that you could keep riding this out maybe to 2500. You know, I don't see why not with the way that it is. I was a little skeptical about the single Alp and putting the Winter Queen in there, but I can just imagine how effective Winter Queen is in keeping the Flutters purified. And same with the Unseen Elder, so I support that one now. We have lots of ways to give bleeding, and I didn't think that was a big problem throughout this. So, pretty good stuff, man. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon in the next one.